what's been going on in the United States with RFK Jr.?
More controversy is the short answer, Mike. Yesterday, the Committee on Finance, yesterday morning, September 4, held their President's 2026 Healthcare Agenda hearing, and who other than RFK was the speaker? Who else could it be? And he was grilled intensely, especially by Bernie Sanders, who's kind of a grill master. You could put him in an apron with his spatula, and he would be the definite grill master on the Senate side. ABC News headline real quick: RFK Jr. testifies before the Finance Committee amid CDC turmoil and vaccine changes. That's where the rub was and is. And really, we can just get right to the videos. There's two. If you want to show both, that's fine. One now, one extra, depending on the time. But here's Bernie Sanders in the first video, and we can discuss it after that.
Secretary Kennedy, are President Trump and the medical community right? Or do you still believe that the COVID vaccine was, quote, the deadliest vaccine ever made?
No, first of all, I didn't say that. I said that in terms of affairs reports a while ago. I said today, I think that President Trump should get the Nobel Prize.
So who's right? Is Trump in the medical community right, or are you right?
President Trump did an extraordinary piece of leadership.
Is he right or wrong? Did COVID save millions of lives?
As I said, he got Americans back to work. At that time, that particular vaccine was perfectly matched to the virus that was circulating then. And I have no idea how many lives it saved, but it saved quite a few.
A lot of odd statements there. We can talk about it more in extra, but Kennedy definitely stammering and kind of waffling there, not unlike his inaugural comments when he was first nominated. And then Sanders saying, how many did COVID save? He's kind of misspeaking. He meant to say COVID vaccine. So you've got one that's for the vaccine, which is pretty troubling, that being Sanders, and then you've got Kennedy not being clear about his stance and even trying to say that the vaccine initially was a success when that's highly questionable, if not outright false. So then we have the other video. If you'd like to show it, Mike, we can proceed from there.
Well, look, Mark, if you don't mind, let's push that into extra, because I actually want to draw some parallels here with what RFK has just said, and maybe something that's going on in the United Kingdom around Jeremy Corbyn, because it's quite interesting how when people are pushed into a position where they feel like they need to say something that they don't really believe, it gets very tricky for them very quickly.
Indeed, yeah, he does look like he's giving a confession or saying something that he doesn't fundamentally believe. You can see the conflict in his body language, but that's fine, Mike. We'll go with what you said, obviously, and so we're good.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, and Brian, just a couple of closing comments.
I'd like to say to the audience, wherever you are, you're watching UK Column News, but if you go to the UK Column website, there is a vast amount of information on that website, thousands of hours of video reports, UK Column News, hundreds and hundreds of articles, thousands of articles. If you search on UK Column website, that is a good place to start on almost any subject. So if you're looking to research something, go to the UK Column site first and have a look to see what we have said in the nearly 20 years that we've been reporting. And finally, I'm going to give a last plea really to anybody out there listening to this news. If you can, come along to York. Let's get these last few tickets sold. Come along to the event in York. It's going to be a fantastic event, and it will be wonderful for us to be able to meet you in person. So there we are. Can we get rid of these tickets over the weekend? I think we can, and it's going to be a tremendous event.
It absolutely is. Okay, thank you, Brian. Thank you, Mark, and thanks to everybody that's watched. If you're a UK Column member, stick around on the live stream, and in about 4 minutes' time, we'll start extra or so.
Brilliant.
And otherwise, have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Monday
Bye-bye.
comes after the weekend, doesn't it?
Usually.
Yes. Okay. See you then. Bye-bye.